Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nura and I'm glad to be back, guys. I can't believe I'm 1 year up here on the YouTube space, and the journey has been rocky, has been tough, it has been really stressful, but we are going. Heaven knows where we are going, and you know we will. Who knows that song? We will get there. Heaven knows how we will get there. We know we will. It will be hard, we know that the road will be mighty and rough, but we will get. So thank you for sticking with me. If you're proud of those that started with me from the one, or you just bumped into my channel, I just love you guys. Thank you so much for 121 subscribers. It means the world to me, guys. It means that if I should put in more work and efforts, keep up with time, I believe that I'm going to get there. I cannot thank you guys enough. I'm indebted to you guys. I know it's only going to get better. So tell a friend to tell a friend about my channel. Like, if the person feels, I feel like people should subscribe to your channel if they feel the vibe, like if they feel your flow, if they connect to you on certain levels. I don't believe to be like a campaigner of please subscribe to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Nah, Charlie. If you've come up here and you watch 1 or 2 videos of mine and you feel the flow, you feel the vibe, you're like, I can connect with this lady, just hit the subscribe button and turn on your post notifications so that you'll be notified each time I make an upload. Okay, guys, so we're moving straight to today's video. I'm excited today. I'm feeling like guys, I'm feeling so I don't know the word to use. I got my pedicure done, I got my manicure done, I got my hair done, I got my room done. Room, Nura, room. Oh no, but the house is feeling great. Like, I got my laundry done. So I kind of have a lot of stuff done, and I'm feeling actually excited about those. So yeah, moving on to today's video, I'm here to just hear about the part 2 of my time in Saudi Arabia. Basically, that's why I'm here. And I did a part 1. Please, if you've not watched the part 1, try and go watch the part 1. I'm going to really speed it up to my very first year in Saudi Arabia. So right from the first month, I'm going to summarize everything to my first year. My first 6 months was like the months of torture, the months of horror. It was tough for me there. Like, adjusting to everything was tough. Food, culture, my co-worker at work, my new family, and everything was different. So adjusting was actually really hard. And not forgetting that the lady I met from Indonesia in the house made my stay hell for me. She just messed me up, guys. Emotionally, I was messed up. The only way to get to her was through prayers. I actually really started praying really hard, fervently. I was like, you know what? I don't understand the language you guys are speaking, but God understands this language. So I'm just going to turn to God and pray. So I just started praying. I started fasting every Mondays and Thursdays. I was serious like that. Communication was very bad. I could only call back home on my boss's phone. That I get to do this once in 2 weeks. In these 2 weeks, if the man is not around, it means I don't get to talk to my family. And mind you, if you're talking, you have like some minutes. You don't have like all the minutes to yourself. You don't have all the airtime to yourself. You have like sometimes 2 minutes, sometimes 3 minutes, and then they're going to be like, yeah, you have to bring the phone. So the moment the kid comes and stands in front of me, I know it's time. I have to wrap things up with my mom, or if I called my dad, I have to wrap things up with whoever I called back home. And that was how I communicated with my family back home. It was difficult, guys. I had a phone, but I wasn't having a SIM card. And I didn't trust Anna. I never trusted that girl. So I was having a very tough time telling her that I had a phone on me. I was scared she was going to sell me out. And if she sells me out, guys, I'm dead. So I was having a very hard time. But then finally, I opened up to her and I made her know the reasons why I hit the phone and all that. So she should help me get a SIM card, guys. So Anna and the husband was telling me that SIM cards in Saudi Arabia are very expensive and I'll have to pay. I think they took about $50 or $100 from me. Then I had some dollars on me. Back then, 2015, guys, they got me a SIM card and some credits. Okay, some, was it 20 real credits or 30 real credit? And I was using Zain back then in Saudi Arabia. It was just a series of roller coaster emotions, like bad times. And when the SIM card came in, I could make calls. Okay, I could call my mom, I could call friends. So listen, if a friend of yours or like a relative or like just anybody you know has traveled abroad and you've not heard from the person for 3 months, like imagine how you're going to feel. It was tough for people around me. It was really tough. And even my mother, I called my mother after a month. After a month, she was like, "Why haven't you called since you left?" I'm like, "It's not me. It's not me. It's not. Really." I know some of you might think that I had a lot of opportunities back here in Ghana, so why did I travel? Listen, opportunities here in Ghana is not that much like you see it, okay? You get opportunities here in Ghana, like you try and do something, hand to mouth. You try, something is going to work out, but it's not going to be as you want it. You are not going to make like even thousands cedis a month out of your profits. It's going to be hard, unless of course where you are is very busy. And to get a white collar job, it depends on who you know back here in Ghana. Okay, so it was like I had tried everything. I tried makeup. I tried journalism. I was bounced at TV3. Hi, Lily Mohammed. I was in the same queue with Lily Mohammed. I was right behind her and we were chatting. We're having a nice time. She went in and I'm glad she made the cut. And today she's with GH1 and she's doing good. Lily, I miss you, Papa. Hey, now there you dog me. You dog me like that. Yo. So guys, I tried going on TV because obviously I have passion for it. This was about in 20 long time ago. I think 8-9 years ago. So I had tried everything possible, but so I just had to move out. When my uncle called and told me about it, I'm like, I'm not even going to think about this. I'm going. I just decided to leave because like last, I don't have anything to lose. When I started calling home at the time that I wanted, remember, Anna had some few time to leave, okay? When I went in, Anna went out after 4 months. So who is going to buy airtime for me? I had the phone, but I wasn't having airtime. Thankfully, my family were calling on my phone because at the time, they now know that I had a SIM card and they can call me. I told them the time they should call, and when they call, I hide. I really have to hide or like wrap myself with a blanket so that my talking or like whatever we are communicating will not go outside or will not be heard. You get it? Because sometimes they come and stand in front of my door. I hear people on the stairs, but nobody is saying anything. So I feel sometimes when I come upstairs, they follow me there to, spy on me or something. Well, that's how I feel. It was work, lots of work, especially when they are doing their parties. You don't sleep. You wake up at 4:30. You sleep at 2 a.m. and your back is hurting. Everything about you really hurts. Guys, if you know anybody back in Saudi, pray for them. Basically, if you just know anybody out there in any of the Middle Eastern countries, just pray for them. Because one way or the other, they are going through a whole lot, okay? You are living your life, you're working for this family, you are serving them, and then at the least mistake you make, you get killed or like something. I was tempted sexually a lot of times. Well, he did not come not my employer though. He did not come to force himself on me or anything, but he was making the move, walking around in his boxer shorts. I shouldn't even be seeing him in his boxer shorts. And he was walking around with it, especially in the morning when nobody's around and I'm the only person up and working. He comes down and looking all I would say I was just being tempted, but I put myself together and I just didn't look at him. I stopped going to places that he was, especially in the mornings when he comes, like when he descends when nobody is around. I don't go to where he's sitting. I just do what he says I should do. I don't look at him. I just keep working. Okay, because in Saudi Arabia, if you should fornicate with someone, if you are caught in the act with someone, and let's say the person is an Arab, okay, and you are like a foreigner, you the foreigner will be killed, okay. So if to say I'm caught with my boss's son will be spared and I'll be killed. And it led to a whole lot of issues between Saudi Arabia and countries like Indonesia, Kenya, Uganda, Philippines, and all of that, because they all closed their borders. They kept killing these girls when they come to Saudi Arabia with no fault of theirs at all. Because like your son rapes me or sexually harasses me, and then I get killed for it. I hope you guys understand. It was tough, but thankfully I started going out to work. I started going out to work for her daughter. I started going out when it's winter in Saudi Arabia. They usually go to the mountains, okay? They go to the mountains and like families come around. So my boss's brothers, like that kind of cousins and like extended family, they all come around. And when they're coming around, they come around with their house helps. So we have a bunch of house helps around. This is where we get to connect. That is where everything started, guys. I met this lady. I'm so thankful that I met. She's called Lisa. She's from Kenya. I met Lisa, and Lisa could speak good English. Like she made me really flow, cause like she understood every little thing I said. And when you're going out, my madam will tell me, if you go out and they ask you anything about this house, don't say anything. Don't give them any info. If they ask you about me, don't say anything. I'm like, okay. Mind you, if you go out, we all have different tents. The men have their tents, madams, the women have their tents, and we, the shagala, they call us shagala. So if you hear any Arab saying shagala or shagala, anyhow they pronounce it, if it sounds like shagal, you hear shag, because shagal in Arabic, if someone says shagal, it's working or worker, and shagala is like the cleaner or like somebody who works in our house. I don't know how to say it, but then house help, you get it. That's how we were called, shagala. Me, if I do something to my boss's son and he gets mad, he calls me shagala. But I didn't know it was offensive to some house helps. Lisa will not take it. If you call Lisa shagala, she's going to hit you. But me, it was cool. Like, I'm a shagala. It's not permanent. It's a very temporal something that I had to do. I could have chosen to do many other like stuff, but no. I want something that is humbling, and being a house help is actually very, very humbling. If you're not humble, you cannot be if you're not patient, you can't be a house help. You cannot work and be under somebody. It's tolerating all those things. It's crazy out there, guys. So, well, Lisa told me she's been in Saudi for 1.5 years, and this has been her journey. Like, she told me everything about her, but the difference between Lisa and I was Lisa was working for an agency and I was working from the house. The difference between the two of us is that with Lisa, she gets to work with different families because she's with an agency. When a family calls the agency that they need a house help to be with them for like 2 months, 3 months, 5 months, the family pays the agency, and then the agency will send Lisa over to the family. Like, so you get it. Lisa has gotten the chance to move to many families. She's met many families. She's moved to many parts of Saudi Arabia. She's been to Riyadh. She's been to Jeddah. Even some of the places she mentioned, I've never heard of it. But yeah, she's got to travel Saudi Arabia because she's working for an agency. That's the only advantage that Lisa has. And her salary, like her take home, is quite good or better than ours. We were taking back then 900 riyals. Lisa was taking 1,100 riyals. And that's a lot of money in Kenyan shillings. And yeah, but she really opened my eyes to a lot of things. So she was the one that telling me that, listen, these people can use you. They can really, really make you, like, they can stress your life. They can exhaust every little energy out of you. They'll squeeze it out. So listen, if they tell you to do something and you can't do it, let them know you can't do it. or when they tell you to do something and you feel it's too much, listen, take your time, okay? Take your time. Do it bits and bits. I actually realized that anytime my madam gives me like or assigns a job to me to be done, and I get it done within like say 5 hours, and she comes back to ask me, are you done with what I gave you? I'm like, yes. Okay, do this. She gives me something else to do. She'll not say, okay, go and rest. No, she'll give you something else to do. Like, you got to do something else. And it really, really stresses me out because I've worked for 5 hours. I need to rest my body, but no, my madam is not having it. So now I started working in bits. If the job is going to take 5 hours, I'll take, say, 8 hours or 10 hours to do it. And that makes it like a whole day. It means that's it for the day. I'm not going to do any other thing apart from that. Apart from that, I'm not doing any other thing. It's done. You get it? So I started working in bits. And when they are going out on Thursdays, our weekend starts on Thursdays in Saudi Arabia. You know, weekend in Ghana starts from Fridays, but weekend in Saudi Arabia starts from Thursdays. So we have Thursday, Friday, and we have Thursday evening, we have Friday and Saturday, and Sunday they are going to school. So in Ghana, we start school on Monday to Friday. In Saudi Arabia, they start school from Sunday to Thursday. You get it? Yeah. So on Thursday evenings, they go out. On Fridays, they go out. On Saturdays, Saturdays sometimes they go out, sometimes they don't. But Thursdays and Fridays, it's most definitely go out. So when they're about to go out, my madam is going to assign tongues. She's going to call me, Nura, Sam. That's how you respond. I'll say, Sam, ta'al. I go. أبي برا. سوي هذا هذه شغل هذه غسل هنا. Tons of stuff for me to do. And I'll be like, طيب madam. And do you know what she does? When she goes, she calls the house to find out if I'm done with what she assigned to me. Back then, before meeting Lisa, I'll say, oh yes, I'm done with it. And then she'll say, okay. Sometimes, ne papa never. Sometimes when she's in a good mood, she just tells me, okay, go and sleep. And sometimes when she's not like really in a good mood, she assigns something else for me to do. So sometimes I'll be working from the time they leave the house to the time they come back to the house. But after I met Lisa, we're done, like period. Period. I'm done, okay? Period. So after I met Lisa opened my eyes and I started working in bits. Guys, I don't know how many times I'm going to say this, but when she goes out and she calls, have you finished what No, I'm not working in the, say, Majlis Harim. They have Majlis Harim and Majlis Rijal. Basically, a lounge or a space for the women and a space for the men. It's a very big room. Those girls in Saudi Arabia know what I'm talking about. They really know that, you know, since there's no mixing of like, you know, sexes and all of that, everybody is in their own space. So that is what I'm talking about. I lied to her that I'm still fixing one of those rooms, but guys, truth is I'm done fixing the place. But I would not say that I'm done so that she assigned something else for me to do. Like, you get it. So by the time they come home, I'm already asleep. All thanks to Lisa. This lady I met from Kenya, she was she was such an angel. She opened my eyes to a lot of things. And I was glad I told her the truth. I told her what was going on in my house, that my house is huge. And she says, why are we not two? Why are we not two? That if she is sent to a house that is very big, she will call back the agency, or she'll tell the madam to call the agency that she wants to talk to her boss. And when she calls her boss, she'll tell the boss that the house is very big. I cannot be working here alone. It's either you send someone to join me here, or I am not going to do everything they ask me to do, especially when I'm tired. I didn't know I could actually say that. So I remember there was this day I was in the kitchen, and then my madam came to the kitchen and she was like, are you done? I'm like, yes, I'm done working. Why are you sitting? I said, I'm tired. I'm tired. Like, I'm very tired. I looked into her face for the first time in a long time, and I told her that, Madam, I am tired. And then she was like, okay, but if you sit and rest for a while, go and do this, go and do that. They hate to see you sitting. All right, day. Where are these girls in Saudi Arabia? Please come down to the comment section and let people know what you're going through. She hates to see you sitting. The moment you're sitting, it means you're not doing anything. Like it looks like you've not even done anything since morning. But you're the first to wake up in the house. You wake at 5:30, sometimes 5, sometimes 4:30. When it's winter, we wake at 5:30. When it's summer, we wake at 4 because the kids go to school very early when it's summer. Like everywhere looks bright, even if it's 5 o'clock, you would think it's 7 a.m. in the morning. So everybody wakes and they are very, very fast about things. When they come to the kitchen and breakfast is not fixed, you are dead. So you wake up at 5:30, you're going to fix breakfast, you're going to clean the plates, and everybody is coming with their request like that, like one after the other, until all 6 kids get out of the house, including the boss. So you are taking care of these people, and sometimes I don't even get time to look at myself in the mirror. I hardly looked at myself in the mirror when I was in Saudi Arabia, cause like, girl, I looked like some piece of put it there, like put the word there. Moi, a whole journalist like me, eh? If not that TV3 bounced me. If not that TV3 bounced me, eh? If not that, I couldn't keep up with Oxy FM. Because yes, I worked with Oxy for some time. If not that I couldn't keep up with Oxy FM, I wouldn't be here washing dishes. And when these parties are done, guys, the dishes you have to wash, eh? The utensils, the plates, you will cry. You see the plates and then you start crying. Because it's not a joke, guys. That's what I'm saying. Living in Saudi Arabia and Kasankasa is not for the faint-hearted. It's for the strong, it's for the bold, it's for the courageous. Like, you need to be very, very brave to even make that move. Say, me call Obi Manso, I could try my luck. It's so easy. It's not. And even if you see the plates I used to eat, they eat in different plates. And we were eating in some very cheap looking plastic, all because you're a house help. And mind you, you've been tested. You are clear of AIDS and HIV. You are clear of hepatitis A, B, and C. You are clear of all these very infectious STDs and STIs. You are clear of it. They still do not trust you. They still do not see you as part of them. These were the times I had to eat leftover, guys. Leftover. I had to eat from their leftover. When I say my horror times, these were the horror times, because most of the time I was crying. I was crying most of the times. Most of the time, you see me crying. And that is why I fasted. The genesis of my ulcer started from Saudi Arabia, because I was always starving myself. There was nothing good to eat. Nothing good to eat, and I couldn't just see myself eating leftover all the time. Oh, I would not lie. There were times I ate. There were times, because then I'm ready. What will I eat? What will I eat? I don't have anything to eat. I was tired of chewing bread. Listen, in Saudi Arabia, their main staple is flour, bread. When it comes to Ghana, we have kenke, banku, yes. For them, it's bread or rice. These are the very two options they have. Bread with something, you dip into the thing, tida, falafel, and chickpeas paste. They call it, or eggplants that have been roasted, or I don't know what I should say, grilled, and then blended. They make some very funny paste, and then they eat with the bread. So most of their dishes are bread. Sambusa, spring rolls, fataya, mutabak. They are all flat flour stuff. So if they prepare the rice, when it comes to the bread part, I'm served my own. After all, we have a lot of bread in the house. But when I finish cooking the rice, they dish everything out and they go and serve the family, and they eat in a very big tray. The tray is big and everybody eats from that tray. So whatever is left from that tray is what I am going to be eating from. And sometimes when I see the tray, tears just start rolling down my cheeks. For some reason, I didn't know why. The tears would just start rolling down my cheeks. And I remember one time my boss called me and asked me why my madam tells him that I cry all the time. Why do I cry? I'm like, nothing. And then he says, you're telling me nothing, yet you're crying. Even as you're standing in front of me, you're crying. Why are you crying? And I told him that I don't like the way they treat me. Tell me, what do you want? Can you please serve me my food after cooking? I don't like it when I eat from your leftover. It kills my spirit. And then she was like, and then my boss, he was like, is that why you cry? And then I said, yes. In Ghana, we serve leftover to the animals, like the dogs, we feed it to the dogs and the cats, and sometimes the fowls and the birds. We don't give it to human beings to eat from, especially people who are working for us. And then he was like, okay, you can go. So I think he told the wife. And then the next day, he was like, go and bring your plates. That is after I've cooked for them lunch. And then I brought my plate and she served me. But you know what? When she started serving me, she was serving me like the food that she serves me is something that obviously I wasn't going to get satisfied. Okay. So it means last you're still going to eat from the leftover. She's not going to give you anything that is going to get you full, like really satisfied and like, today I really like. And sometimes I'll not lie, I go back to the leftover. It's crazy out there, guys. It's crazy out there. Washing for 6 people, ironing for 6 people, cooking for 8 people, taking care of these 8 people, sleeping after all of these people have been taken care of, excluding yourself. There are times when you sleep, your back screams so loud. If our spinal cord could talk, it will talk. I'm sending warm virtual hugs to everybody, or to anybody who is in Saudi Arabia or any of these Middle Eastern Asian countries working for a better life for yourself and for your young ones, your siblings and your family and all of that. Listen, God is going to see you through. I prayed and it happened. Pray, it's going to happen, guys. Pray that God touches the hearts of your boss and the family, so that they will love you and see you as one of them. Because when they see you that you are black, you are not white like them, you are not fair like them, your hair is not like silky like them, you have white teeth, because normally most Arabs do not have them. So when you see you with white teeth, they're like, no, you're not one of us. If you're one of us, even drinking coffee alone, they love drinking coffee a lot. Even drinking coffee alone will give you a different kind of white. Not like this kind of white. You get it? Not like this kind of white. So my mother always admires my teeth and be like, your teeth is really nice. Your teeth is really nice. They'll be using all the whitening products in this world. Yet, and I'm on Mrs. Trio. It's Akwe. Ajuye company. Ashada company is them. They don't like doing it. They don't like it. No. You cannot come and work. No, they can't come and kill themselves. Aja 1 week friend at the Sanshakwe. Hey! But I mean, that is their life. And there are times, even when you complain to their mom, it gets nowhere. So you just keep your mouth shh and do your work. And at the end of the day, you leave. Okay? So staying in Saudi Arabia itself was like really tough. When it was getting to the time, as in after a year, my madam always was talking about me staying. She was finding ways and means to convince me to stay. and I was not having it. In my next episode, I'll come here and talk to you guys about how I managed, how I sailed through eating leftovers, how I sailed through all the stuff that I had to go through, and how they finally started begging me to stay. I was not having it. So we are doing my next 1 year in my next video. Don't miss it. Thank you so much for watching this one. I really appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for your kind words, your kind comments, and your kind criticisms. I really appreciate all of you. Thank you for 121 subscribers. Thank you for 1 year on YouTube. Thank you for your love. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next one, hopefully, inshallah. Stay beautiful as I'm looking now, like, stay dope, okay? See you guys. I love you. Mwah. Bye.